Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Aloha and welcome to today's June 30th, 2025 special meeting of the Honolulu Board of Water Supply. Before beginning today's meeting, I'd like to state that the board is the future. At this time, I'd like to share a brief recording. We're okay?
Yep. You're good. You're good.
Okay. A brief recording with reminders on public participation as well as virtual meeting regulations for board members as required by law.
Materials for this meeting under HRS Section 92-7.5 are accessible at boardofwatersupply.com/boardmeetings. The public may attend this meeting in person at the BWS Public Service Building, located at 630 South Beretania Street. The public may also view a live stream of today's meeting on our website at boardofwatersupply.com/live. We have been accepting written or oral testimony for today's meeting. Instructions and an online submittal form are available at boardofwatersupply.com/testimony. The deadline to submit advanced written testimony has passed. Testimony received by noon today have been distributed to the board members. We will continue to accept written testimony today through our online form. Oral testimony in person or remotely will be accepted during today's meeting. To facilitate as much in-person and remote testimony as reasonably possible during the time allotted, pre-registration and submittal of a written version of testimony at boardofwatersupply.com/testimony is strongly encouraged. To testify in person, please register using our online form or come to the Public Service Building at 630 South Beretania Street. We have a representative in the lobby to provide intake and further instructions. To request to testify remotely, please complete the online form at boardofwatersupply.com/testimony. Requesters will receive an email containing links and instructions to join the Zoom session. Testifiers will have 2 minutes to state their position. A timekeeper will alert testifiers when there is 1 minute remaining. Once the 2 minutes are up, please summarize to allow time for questions from the board. Then, make room for the next testifier. Board members attending any board meeting remotely must be visible to the public to be considered present and meet quorum guidelines. Board members participating remotely must also disclose their location and anyone present at their location during roll call. Meeting participants who are calling or video conferencing in, please mute your microphone when you're not speaking. If you have a question, comment, or wish to enter or second a motion on an action item, please unmute your microphone and identify yourself before continuing to speak. If you encounter technical issues during today's meeting, please use the Zoom chat to send a direct message to our support team. Their names are listed in the message to all participants. To open the chat window, please click on the text bubble icon on the Zoom toolbar.
Let's take a moment to take a roll call of the board. When I call your name, please say aye, and if attending remotely, make the appropriate disclosures. First up, we have board member Brian Andaya. Thank you.
I'm in a room in my house with the door closed.
Thank you, Brian. Board member Edwin Sniffen.
Here, I'm in my office, alone.
Thank you. Board member Gene Albano.
I in my office alone.
Okay, thank you. In the room, the boardroom today is board member Lance Wilhelm.
Yo.
Aloha, Lance. And I am in my office with the door shut, alone as well. Excused today is Vice Chair Jonathan Kaneshiro and board member Kehaulani Pu'u. Also in the room with us today are manager Ernie Lau.
Aloha.
Board Secretary Joy Cruz Achu.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Deputy Manager Erwin Kawata.
Here.
Information Specialist Wayne Maria. Also joining us by Zoom are Jessica Wong and Jeff Lau, both from the City Council, City and County Corp Council. Today's special meeting is to discuss matters noted in our notice and agenda and executive session. Before we move into executive session, I understand we have a number of folks wishing to testify. I'd like to start with those in the room and then move on to those who are online. Joy, who do we have up first?
Sorry,
Yes.
Chair.
Yes.
Jeff Lau is not present, I believe.
Okay. Thank you for the note. Thank you for that. Please note for the record, Joy.
Noted.
Okay. And then who do we have up first for in-person testimony today?
Chair, we have Susan Gorman Chang and Susan Popola David.
Okay. Would it be okay to start with Susan Piccola Davis?
Good afternoon. I'm in strong
Good afternoon.
support of the confirmation and approval of the manager's authority to take any action necessary to pursue filing and prosecution of a complaint in federal district court against the Navy. I went back and I looked at the measures that went through the legislature from 2022 through 2025. And from what I read and what I was looking at, it doesn't seem that they acted on any of the requests for appropriations or grant in. What is that called? Grant and aid. So the problem is that my point of view, the Department of Health has basically gotten significant amount of money to do with the Red Hill catastrophe. And during the first 2022 session, BWS was swept aside. Bills were introduced, but they didn't go anywhere. There was one bill asking for 6 monitoring wells. Nothing happened with that. As a matter of fact, no action has happened through 2024 based on the guideline. And some of them got carried over from the 2023 legislature to 2024. And one was carried over from during the 2024 legislature, carried over from 2023. Still nothing passed. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Susan, if I could,
Sure.
in, I think it was 2024, 23, the legislature did appropriate $10 million to us for monitor wells.
Thank you.
And that was thanks to the leadership of former Speaker Psyche, House Speaker Psyche. Last session, which just ended in May, they provided an additional $2 million, I think it was.
Well, what I got, maybe I copy and pasted wrong, but it said 20 million.
No, that was kind of our request.
Oh,
We ended up getting 2 million with responsibility to match it with 8 million of our own funds.
exactly. So, okay, so you've been
we do
given
want-
so much, and thank you, because I wanted to be corrected. I always do if I'm wrong. And so still again, I'm in strong support of what's going to happen in the executive session. Hopefully it all comes out in favor of the manager's authority. Thank you.
Susan.
Thank you, Susan, for your time today. Chair recognizes Susan Gorman Chang, also with us in person.
Aloha, Susan Gorman Ching here. Thank you for taking my testimony. I too am in strong support of the Board of Water Supply taking whatever legal action is allowed to mitigate, remediate, and protect our island's aquifer, our wells, and our water system, especially from the damage that the Red Hill fuel leaks did, and is also the PFA leaks. And this is a huge undertaking. And as we've heard, there have been some work done at the legislature and the state level, but we don't really know what the future is going to bring, and there's no guarantees. We don't even know really what's going to happen when the Navy opens those 2 wells, Red Hill and Halava. And so I think this is a really good idea to go the legal route, and even as far as pursuing the Navy in federal court. And I think that's the proactive thing to do and the right thing to do, because there's no substitute for our water. So mahalo.
Thank you for your testimony, Susan. We'll be moving on to virtual testimony. We have a few people in the queue, and I'm going to start with Jamie Simic. Can you please unmute your camera and your mic, please? And then after Jamie Simic, we're going to Meredith Wilson.
Aloha board. How are you today?
Aloha. We're
It's
doing
good to
well.
see
Thank you.
everybody again. Oh, it's good to see everybody again. Thank you for taking my testimony. I, Jamie Simic, an affected family member of Red Hill and a former resident of Oahu, comes in strong support of the Managers Authority and the Board of Water Supply taking whatever action necessary. I second the first and second testifiers' testimony, especially in regards to Red Hill and the PFAS. There's only one aquifer, and for Oahu and everywhere, water is life. And I strongly support and encourage you guys taking the legal action and the necessary steps to protect Oahu's sole aquifer and hold those accountable. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time today, Jamie. We appreciate it. We'll move on to our next virtual testifier. Chair recognizes Meredith Wilson, and then we'll be going to Sherry Pollack. Aloha, Meredith.
Aloha board. Thank you for taking the time and just given the moment to share our support of you guys and what all you've been doing, not just for years since the actual crisis happened in 2021, but for all the work that was done before it even happened, raising the red flag, saying this might happen, this is likely to happen, and then lo and behold, it does happen, and it happened to me and 93,000 other people, and I don't want to see it happen to anybody else. To continue the contamination and not remediate as necessary just fails people and fails humans in general. I just want to thank Ernie for letting us know about this meeting and giving us a chance to speak at the CRI meeting. The same aquifer, it didn't discriminate where the contamination went. That aquifer is tapped into by you guys. It doesn't just say, oh, this is Navy's water, this is BWS's water. It's all from the same cup as we've, our lay people have been told. The Red Hill issue has been given $2 billion in general, but that's just been to the Navy itself to try to make repairs to the facility for them to even shut it down. This is a giant issue and it's going to take giant dollars. And you should absolutely use the Federal Tort Claim Act to take full have the Navy take full responsibility like they say they will. So use every possible option. It's not the best option. There's not a perfect option here, but you have to take it. It's going to be hard and it'll be lengthy. Trust us, we've been in it for years now and it's not fun, but it's absolutely necessary and it's right. It's the right thing to do for history's sake. Thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you, Meredith. I believe we have one more person waiting to testify, and that's Sherry Pollack.
Aloha board members, my name is Sherry Pollack and I want to thank the Board of Water Supply for their ongoing outstanding efforts to protect our precious vai. I stand on my written testimony, but I wish to highlight a couple of points. It has been made very clear to the community that BWS is the only entity that is acting responsibly in the protection of people and the environment when it comes to our water sources. It cannot be overstated the deep gratitude we all feel towards the BWS managers, Ernie and Erwin, and all the staff at BWS who continually act in our best interest, protecting us and our water sources. Investigations of Red Hill have revealed that from the beginning, Navy officials covered up and misled the public about the active jet fuel leak and skirted legal requirements. Their lack of transparency with the BWS and the public throughout this crisis has harmed thousands and put all of us at risk. I stand in full support of the BWS and their efforts to take actions necessary to protect against, mitigate, and/or recover any damages related to actual or threatened releases of contaminants to water resources from the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility, including the filing and prosecution of a complaint in federal district court against the Navy. We know that we can trust the BWS as they have repeatedly demonstrated courage throughout the Red Hill crisis, standing up to the Navy and institutional indifference, doing everything they can to ensure our drinking water is safe. Mahalo nui loa for all you do to protect our precious vai for present and future generations.
Mahalo, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. We also have one piece of written testimony by Patty Choi, members, that has been emailed to you by staff. I invite you to go ahead and read that. And I wanted to check with Joy to see if there's anyone else in the room or anyone else online who wishes to testify.
No, Chair, there's no other testifiers at this time.
Okay, if there's no more testimony, we have one item to discuss in executive session. For executive session, for the attendees, please wait until you're moved into the breakout room. Other participants, you'll be waiting in the lobby while executive session is going on. Boardroom doors will be closed once we enter executive session. May I please have a motion to move into executive session?
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved by Lance.
Second.
Okay, and seconded by Brian. Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Those opposed, nay. Hearing none, we are now in executive session. I'll give the staff a minute to reset the room and get us in breakout. Okay, we'll just give staff a second to open the door, reset everybody. Lance, is there a motion before us?
I do have a motion, Chair.
Go ahead.
I move the board confirm and approve the manager's authority to take action necessary to protect against, mitigate, and/or recover any damages related to actual or threatened releases of contaminants to water resources from the Red Hill Bulk Fuel Storage Facility. The board specifically directs the manager to file and prosecute a complaint in federal district court against the Navy.
Thank you.
Chair, I'll second.
Thank you, Ed. It's been moved and seconded. Joy, roll call vote, please.
Thank you, Chair. Board Member Brian Daya,
Aye.
Vance Warham,
Aye.
Ed Sniffen,
Aye.
Board Member Gino Bono,
Aye.
and Chair Nale Anthony.
Aye.
Chair, motion passes with 5 ayes.
Thank you. Please note for the record. Okay, everyone, that brings us to the end of our special meeting board agenda. If there's no other business, is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been moved by Lance and seconded by Gene. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, we stand in recess. Please gavel us out, Lance.